Training from the tailgate. Good morning. We have, I think, 9-month-old Ziva. Just arrived Sunday for training. And we're going to start what apparently some people in all their years have never seen. The way we practice physical restraint and handling. My mentor of many years, who was a dog trainer of many years, who learned from mentors of many years, taught me this, and it works without having to medicate the dogs. It's relatively painless, and we just allow them to protest. And where it starts is with gripping the meat of the cheek. We need to be able to hold on there. If we have a really wild bucking bronco like this dog that I trained that someone started asking questions about the video of, which is good, questions are good, we can come to the front and grab the cheek meat of both sides. Then we also hook the collar. Why do we use this? So that we can move, manipulate, and redirect these very sharp pointy things. Because if I'm holding correctly here, no matter how much the dog is protesting, by the way, dogs protest with these sharp pointy things, I can simply move them away. And if you look close, I can move the feet by repositioning the head. This comes out of conformation land, and the dog's learning to stand still. So if done properly, eventually the cheek grip is conditioned to the dog to be still. Good pup. Yeah. So I've established, at least in this session, that I can hold the dog's cheek. Give them a break off the table, just move around. That's a little bit of a break, that's fine. That's all they need. All right, now we come back to the table. Let me just check my camera positioning. Collar's too big, we're going to buy a new one today. While we wait for the real collars to come. Move you back here, buddy. Sorry, lady. So we're going to position the dog into the seated position, and I'm going to hold the cheek meat, and I'm going to say good dog. In all these steps, we don't move forward to the next step unless the dog is calmer and relaxed. Now people are going to look, oh, whale eyes, scrunched ears, licking this. We're not talking stress. That's fine. Every new thing brings stress. Active resistance. We don't move to the next step until there's active resistance. So we simply place our hand on the head. Good. That's the reward. The act stops, and there's a gentle stroke. Some dogs are so wound up, like Mabel, that I skipped the physical praise because it just wound her up. It fed the arousal. So then we go to the head, and then we cover the eyes for a moment. Good dog. And then we go to the head, the eyes, and we look at the teeth. I'm going to move the sharp pointy things away while I bring my face down to the dog and check the ear out. I'm going to draw them this way while I check this ear out. Yeah, good pup. Front legs articulate up and outward like this. So we always touch the dog, run down the leg, lift the leg, and we put the leg back down. And if they resist from putting the foot down, where I have my cheek meat, I can just shift the dog's weight to put the foot back down. So again, we bring the leg up, and I'm going to pinch each toe, and I can already see that these nails need done. furry feet get overlooked. Now, I'm going to do the other leg. So I switch my cheek meat hand. I draw the head away from me. Up, pinch each toe, pinch in between each toe, and then I put the foot down and shift the weight back. The back feet, the toes, can be done from the seated position. Notice I'm still holding my cheek meat up front to keep the sharp pointy things from coming back around and protesting. Or I can physically place the dog into a standing position, still maintaining control of the head. Back legs come up and in. I pinch each toe. In between each toe, I put it down. I'm going to reach under this way. I pinch each toe and I put it down. I come in this way to keep the dog's rear from sliding away from me, because when they slide away from me, it puts sometimes painful or discomforting torque on the leg that way. Same thing when I go around to trim the nails. We're going to bring this leg up like this, not like all these people want to do, like a horse's leg back like that. Doggy's legs don't go that way. Good pup. Down on the ground. Walk around for a little break. Now somebody's going to ask, why are you doing it that way? Why don't you do it the way everybody else does? Well, I do it this way because it was taught to me this way. It works on every dog. Every dog. And in my line of work, I want to be able to handle every dog without extra holes in me. The dogs learn through the consistency of this handling, predict nothing bad's going to happen to them. I'm not going to beat them up. I don't need drugs or 4 or 5 other people coming in to manhandle the dog. There was an example of me letting go too soon, the dog not wanting to put its foot down. Good. Just like humans, we go to the doctors and we have things done that we do not like, but we know we have to have them done, and we learn to tolerate them. Good pup. Dogs can learn to tolerate. Something else this dog needs to be conditioned to, all dogs should. Lateral recumbency. The ability to position the dog on their side. So we have protest. What do you do? If you're using more traditional methods that are safer, what do you do? Don't tell me. Provide examples of your work. But if we start early, as we can, then this doesn't become a big wrestling match with a mature dog that protests with serious intent. All I'm doing is waiting for just a small bit of relaxation, less resistance, and then I release the dog. Good pup. He didn't die. Now I'm going to cut this clip to make a shorter video, and we're going to do some grooming and possibly some nail trimmings.